Yeah, but you want to see the courts hold strong?
Yeah.
Wait until Donald Trump's dirty DOJ brings their first vindictive prosecution against fill in the blank, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, Jack Smith, an FBI agent who worked the J6 cases.
Yeah.
You want to see the federal courts stand up against that kind of abject corruption and abuse of the power of government? We ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. By the way, just watch that scene in the Oval Office to see how weak he is, how emasculated, how, he's getting owned by a, billionaire and his little nose-picking son. You know, just sitting there, clearly, emasculated and grumpy. And the fact that, it was clear who's in charge, let him talk for 30 minutes while Trump's just sitting there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Trump is, I think, decompensating in any number of ways. And, I think eventually this is all going to come crashing down. I don't think it's sustainable what he's trying to do to the federal government or to the American people. And I think it's all going to come home to roost. Not soon, not going to be easy. It's going to be ugly and painful, but it will eventually implode.
Yeah, and let's talk about another. You tweeted about Inspector General sued the Trump administration over unlawful firings. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, think about it. So the inspectors general are basically the watchdog inside government trying to protect the American people against fraud, waste, abuse, and corruption. In a very real sense, the IGs are our cops inside the executive branch, Donald Trump's executive branch. So on day 3, I think, of his administration, he fired like 17 inspectors general. It's like the bank robbers firing the cops who are investigating them. And so they're not going to take it lying down. They brought wrongful termination suits. They will probably be successful because Donald Trump violated the law in 2 different ways when he terminated them. So I'm glad that that's another point of light standing up for the American people.
Yeah. You also tweeted Steve Bannon pleads guilty to first-degree felony fraud. I mean, of course, takes a deal to stay out of prison because Trump can't pardon him on state charges, right? But, there he is back, flooding the zone again. I mean,
that's no kind of justice in my estimation. I mean, Steve Bannon has priors. He was convicted of 2 counts of contempt of Congress. He served 4 years in federal prison. He comes out. He now pleads guilty to a felony. And think about this, Steph. He's yelling and screaming, I didn't do it. This is weaponization against me. And he's like, my bad, Your Honor, under oath. He said, yeah, I did it. But my concern is he wasn't punished.
Yeah.
No jail time, no restitution, nothing. What does that do? Well, it not only doesn't deter crime, it actually encourages people to continue to commit crime.
This is the other flip side. Eric Adams, Vince McMahon. We're going to drop any case, no matter how valid, against friends of Trump, and then we're going to get to the prosecuting people that haven't done anything part of the retaliation part of this, right?
Yeah, but you want to see the courts hold strong?
Yeah.
Wait until Donald Trump's dirty DOJ brings their first vindictive prosecution against fill in the blank, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, Jack Smith, an FBI agent who worked the J6 cases.
Yeah.
You want to see the federal courts stand up against that kind of abject corruption and abuse of the power of government? We ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. Well, I like my legal news happy clappy, so I saved this story for you. Actually, the resistance is working. This is a semaphore, right?
Yep.
The new resistance to Trump's presidency had a plan. State attorneys general from Maine to Hawaii would rush to court to stop vast portions of the agenda Trump had spent years promising to deliver, and it's working. Democratic attorneys general and Democracy Forward coalition of liberal lawyers have been winning in court, throwing up hurdles to his agenda. Skeptical judges have kept federal workers in their jobs, unfrozen billions of dollars in grants, preserved birthright citizenship. Democracy's own network of partner organizations has grown from around 180 after the election to more than 400 now. The Trump administration spent years preparing for the blitz of executive orders we're seeing now, but the legal strategy is working, said Democracy Forward. The early wins we've seen so far are just the beginning of our coordinated legal strategy. Congressional Democrats agreed with her. Democratic attorney generals are currently batting 1,000 at getting injunctions, which is great. So as we started, Glenn, rule of law holding by a thread, but it's holding, right?
And guess what, Steph? Who have some of the most vocal opponents of Donald Trump's illegality and unconstitutionality been? Republican appointed judges, like a Reagan appointee who, in Donald Trump's first week in office, when he tried to revoke the constitutional guarantee of birthright citizenship, a Reagan appointed judge said, hey, sport. No, he didn't call him sport. He said,
oh, we wish.
Hey, Trump, what you just did is blatantly unconstitutional. There's a George W. Bush appointee, a judge who smacked Trump down, and all of the judges, Democrat appointees, Republican appointees, are telling Trump, no, you can't do it.
Yeah, we were just saying, I don't know how many ghosts Mitch McConnell has been visited by, but not enough, because he is too late to stop all this. But hopefully, as you say, the courts won't be. Glenn, you give me hope, and also you're dreamy. So thank you. Goodbye.
Love you, Steph. Thanks.
Love you too.
Guys.
See you next week. Oh, hey there. It's Stephanie Miller. If you're like me and you love sharp political insight, pointy, you like it pointy and sharp, bold opinions, and a touch of humor to make sense of these crazy times, have I got some fantastic news for you. The Political Voices Network is now on Substack. This is your new go-to for the best in independent media. We're talking about my show streaming daily with episodes on demand, the fearless of journalism of Brian Karem, the brilliant side-splitting satire of John Fugelsang, the unrelenting working class advocacy of Rick Smith, and so much more. Here's the best part. Subscribing is so easy. You can join for free or go to the extra mile. Support these incredible independent voices by signing up for a full subscription starting at just $8. You'll get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes insights, and a chance to directly fuel fearless, unfiltered media. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to politicalvoicesnetwork.com. Hit that subscribe button and become part of the movement keeping truth alive in an era of corporate media overload. Every subscription helps, especially yours. One more time, that is politicalvoicesnetwork.com. Sign up now. Do it.